Okay, I'm getting tired of saying this, but I have a new problem. I really want to stop saying that. So, I had to do a bit of shopping today, and I was just going to go for a little bit of a tour. It's a nice day. It was kind of chilly. I looked at the temperature earlier, and it went down to like 7 degrees overnight, single digit, so it was pretty chilly. But I saw, I think, 13, 14 before I went out, and I dressed for that. Well, I took too long going out, apparently. So I have my sweater and I have my really thick fleece jacket on. I was sweating. That's what I don't like about this time of year. The temperature change is so dramatic. You don't know how to dress to go out. And because I'm not going out, at the peak temperature of the day, I get to deal with, the change. So that kind of sucks. But I want to, before I do any, I gotta start doing something with this. So I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna try to get this done today. I'm gonna move the shelf down so that I can put the monster's seat over here. Okay, yeah, I should have lots of room there, because it's right underneath the rail. That's the only place I could really put it, other than over here in the way of that stuff. But anyways, I went to go out. I plugged my camera in, and it didn't come on. I'm thinking, well, that's not good, right? So I get down underneath here. And I don't know how well you can see it. My screen's kind of in the way here. Yeah, it looks like you can see. There's no blue light in there. As the blue light is right there. And it's not on, so it's not getting any power. So I did a quick check of the wiring. Everything's connected. Played with everything. The plug's still good. Played with it all, and it didn't come on. So I never got to put my tour. I never got to record my tour today. Do I want to try to fix this? That's the question. It's just my backup scooter, but I don't know how long I'm going to be driving it. And I need to have the camera working when I go out. I absolutely need to. So, I don't know. If I knew what the problem was, I'd fix it right away. But the problem is, I don't. There's a little device here, this little 12 volt to 5 volt converter has been on this scooter probably since 2015. So, it's like 8 years. Oh, there's a lot of airplanes in the air today that's driving me nuts. So one flew over really low at like 7 o'clock this morning, so there's no reason for that. Wake everybody up. So the problem I have here is before I can even do anything, I gotta take the lid off, because I got little nut and bolts on here, 4 of them, 2 on each side. I gotta take that off so I can see inside, because I can't just take this off, because the bolt that is attached to it is on the inside, so I have to take the lid off. And then I'll have access to, I don't even remember how it's connected. Okay, I remember now. So what I did was I cut part of the container off and turned it around. So it's bolted, I can see. And the back too. So I'm not even going to be able to get into the wiring. The wiring is waterproofed on the inside there. I don't want to take this thing apart. I really don't. I got too much other stuff I need to do, but at the same time, I need the camera working. Wait a minute. I still have somewhere in this garage where it is right there. The original power supply for the monster. I'm gonna have to take it apart and rewire it, but attach that right there, run the 12 volts to it. Zip tie that in place. Maybe down here, I don't know. But this is what I was using on the monster originally before, you know, I put my USB strip in and 5 volt power supply for it. This is what I was using. If you remember, it was zip tied on here. I wish I never cut the wires so short. Then I wouldn't have to. Yeah, well, I guess I gotta take it apart. Maybe that'll be a whole lot easier than trying to figure out what's going on here. I get the wires. Yeah, see, the wires are pretty tight. I have to have this on a plug so I can disconnect it. Well, when I had the ES950 anyways. I disconnect it so I could take the seat off without ripping all the wires out. But there's a lot of tension. When I pull the wire up here, there's a lot of tension on it, so it's possible the wire itself got stretched inside. Yeah, I don't know, something's wrong. There's even playing, I can almost see in there. Everything looks attached inside, but there's a lot of tension on that wire, so it's possible the wire itself might have got stretched and just kind of lost contact. I gotta take my sweater off here. It's not warm at all, but yeah, I'm just feeling it. So what do I do first? I don't like this. I got stuff to do and my job list starts getting longer and longer and longer. I don't like that at all. But like I say, I have to have a camera. I have to. I can't be without one. So I guess I gotta do it, but you know. It's Saturday today, so nothing's gonna happen till at least Monday as far as, you know, parts. And hopefully, because like ODSP, you never know. When he submits a request to him, it could take a week, it could take a couple of weeks, it could be like hours to approve it, right? So I just don't know how long it's going to be. And once it's approved, it should only take a couple days for the parts to get to me. So I kind of like to have something done. I'd like to have everything I can do without the parts, have it done, so when I get the parts, the monster's ready to put back together and go, right? But I can't check this wiring without the batteries in there, which is a pain. Because I got thinking with the headlights, like there's not many wires here. There's 7 wires on this plug. That's the brake wire. That's the charger plug. I don't know. There's 4 wires on it. I don't know what the 4 are for. But it's only got 4. Yeah, is it possible that... I wonder if that's the headlights. Yeah, that's the lights. If they're part of that plug, I don't know. I know 2 of them are the charger. When you plug the charger in, the power goes in through here. But I don't... There's like 100 wires coming off my display. What do all those wires... Where do they all go to? They don't come out here. is everything comes out here and goes into the controller. There's no other wires anywhere. I don't get it. I never actually thought about that till now. So that gives me fewer options to check. As far as if the lights are powered. But there's just so many wires up front. I don't know. But I'd kind of like to at least mechanically get it working. Get the front tires changed, the bearings changed, and everything like that. And I'm ready to go. I gotta change the camera mounts. I really want to get this fender fixed too. I want to finish putting this back together so I can put it. It's been like basically a year now since I've had that on. I went all winter without it, and it's like crap splashing all over the place. I gotta get that working, but I just... This is the last thing I want to do, but it's the most important at this moment. I guess I gotta do it. It is. It's 1:45 now. I'm at the point where I'm struggling to stay awake at this time of day right now with trying to get everything. It's so difficult for me to check. I struggle to stay awake. I struggle to sleep. Fibromyalgia just sucks, I'll tell you. And anytime I need to change the time of day that I sleep, it's nearly impossible. I can't do it unless my body wants to do it, right? And of course the cat's on a schedule now. He's on a feeding schedule. He knows he gets his canned food when I go to bed, and he gets his treats when I wake up in the morning. And well, he doesn't see it as, when I go to bed or when I get up. He sees it at a specific time of day, and he's ready for it. He wants it, and he won't let me sleep. So that's kind of annoying there. But once everything's done and working again, then I'll go back to my regular sleeping schedule. Sleeping throughout the day. I always go back to that. Always. I've always been a night person. But I don't know. I gotta do this. I don't have a choice. I've got to do this. One other thing I noticed, especially today, is the suspension on this. Is really, really nice. I can't even tell, really. But it's really, really soft suspension. If I go up onto a curb, it's not like the ES 950 where it's so stiff that one wheel will lift off the ground. This actually, I don't know how to explain it. It's nice. And if I had a bump like that on the sidewalk, it absorbs that. Both front wheels go up at the same time, which does not happen with the Monster. So it's, sadly, the suspension on this is superior to the Monster. And it's got individual steering rods, whereas the Monster has the top one from the tiller to the wheel that comes out, and then both are attached to a second rod that hangs down and gets caught on everything. Yeah, there's a lot of motion in those bearings. That's the steering bearings. Whereas the Fortress has this single rod that comes out to each wheel individually. So it's got two rods, one for each wheel. That's superior to the Monster as well. Well, that looked kind of cool. My background's spinning. So, oh no, I'm dizzy. So I mentioned when I was down at the river, with the image stabilization in here, where it's really, really jerky. I looked at the video. The video is not jerky. So it's only the display that's you know, that as I don't know, it's not really. Okay, so if I turn fast and stop, do you see it still move a little bit? That's the image stabilization. Just trying to smooth it out. So even though it was jerky on the display screen here, the actual video was a whole lot smoother. So okay, I'm impressed now. I thought I was gonna have to turn that off because it looked really bad in the display. Zooming at full zoom, hand holding with my shaky hands and that, it looked really bad. But apparently the video itself is good. So okay, I'm good with that. Alright, so I can't video this because my tripod mount is on my other camera, which is in the house, because it's got a quick connect on it, and I don't have that on this camera. What I need is a tripod that has the quick connects that you can get extra ones of, so you can switch cameras easily. That's what I need. But this is a cheap Walmart one. I paid like $35 for it. Probably 2006, something like that. So it's ancient. It's old. There is a new one that I want. It's like $100. I've been waiting to get it. It's it's in my items waiting to be added to the shopping cart on Amazon. It's been there a while, and it's probably gonna be there a while yet. I don't know. I don't know if I want to spend a lot of money on my YouTube efforts anymore, because I don't want to do YouTube anymore. I'm tired of all the crap that I'm dealing with all the music license. I've had since I talked about it, I've had 2 more licenses rejected. I haven't even bothered to appeal them yet. There's no reason to do that. I have a valid license. Why are they rejecting them, right? Yeah. And this is new. This has never happened before. This is just a recent thing that just started this year. I've had like 8 or 9 of them now in total. They have been rejected that I've had to appeal. Now, I win the appeals because obviously it's a valid license, but why they're rejecting them initially, I don't know. It's really ticking me off. But there's just so much I'm just tired of dealing with. I don't know. But anyways, I gotta get this done. And the longer I stand here talking, the less I'm gonna want to do it. So this is kind of a priority, so I guess I have to get it done. I'll show it to you when it's finished. So I kind of thought maybe it could be my plug here, corroded connections. I can't get it together any tighter. I've already cut the wire, so I can't really do too much yet. But I wanted to check to make sure, see if I can do this with one hand. I wanted to make sure there was actually power in here. Actually put this, let's do it this way so you can actually see the voltage. You touch the wires together. That's really hard to do with one hand. And you'll see I got 13.16 volts, so it is getting power. It's just not anything happening up here. So that's good. That gives me a starting point. So I'm going to unsolder these wires, and I'm going to put new wires on. I'm going to run them up. I've already got this zip tied on. Look at that light there. Zip tied on, and this is the interior of it. Now I'm just going to hook the wires directly on. Stick that back in there. I just got to remember to put the wires through the hole. Last time I fixed this, and if you remember when I was at the conservation area, I hit that tree and ripped all my wires off. When I was putting it back together, I forgot to put the wires through the hole, so I remember to do that too. So that's my next task. Get everything wired up. Up underneath like it was before, up and over to my new power supply, and facing the other direction you can see the blue light. It's got power, so this can be permanently powered for the moment. I come up with an idea. I don't want to, like I said before, I don't want to try hooking up a switch. So what I'm doing, I have somewhere an inline switch, you know, with the little wheel that you move, it goes clickety click. I don't know where it is. I looked everywhere. In theory, it should be in here. If it's out in the garage or in here, but this is now empty. I don't know where else to look. I may take another look. I'm exhausted now. I went downstairs because I thought it was down there. I don't remember where I saw it last. I never used it. I still have it. I have a box of electrical stuff in the back there. It's not in there. It's not in my drawers here. I don't know why it would be, because I wouldn't really have a use for it out here. It's not on my messy table. I don't know where it is. But that'll give me an option. And when I put the cover on here, it only comes to here anyway, so I can just, like, you know, have it right underneath. And it'll be somewhat protected by the rain from the seat. So I'm not really 100% worried about it. But I have a power supply now. I never did test it, but I'm sure it's going to work anyway. Which way we got here? This way, I think. So it's not. And the camera comes on. So we've got power. So it's not in place, but the wires are going to hold it. It's not going to fall out any further or anything. Fortress now has power for the camera again. I don't know where else to look. I'm probably going to have to go down to the dollar store again tomorrow. You know what? I think I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to take a trip down there. Just so I can get this done. So I don't know if I talked about this before. When I went out for my tour in the rain, this kind of stopped working again, but this wasn't working. So I couldn't turn my lights on and off. It's working now. So I thought this got wet. So I took it inside, dried it off, everything's fine. And I was checking the lights working and everything, so okay, there's nothing wrong with this. I come out, yeah, it worked. And then I went out for a night drive not that long ago, and I come back, and it didn't work. So I don't know what's going on with that. So I have a new remote switch on order, and they only come with one remote. So we have you know, Zach comes in. Zach's got no way of turning the light on in here. I've shown you before, we have that light up there, but the switch is at the back door, which we don't use. So while I was looking for my remote switch, it's actually got two key fobs with it. So Zach can have one and I can have one, but Zach probably won't use it anyways. So we got this up here, and I discovered there is a remote that you can use with that. So basically, you see that fluorescent thing up there. It's basically just the base. So you screw the base into the light socket, and then you screw the light bulb into it. And it's actually a receiver. It's an on-off receiver. And it comes with a switch, battery operated switch. You can put it wherever you want, within a certain distance. So I got thinking, I can put it like right here somewhere. I can't put it right here because the door will hit it, but I can put it inside. So if Zach wants to come in and do something at night, he's just got to hit the switch. And it doesn't matter, he has a tendency of leaving lights on, so it doesn't matter if it gets left on because it's only this bulb that's going to be on. So I won't drain the batteries in the switch because the switch only uses power when you press a button on it, right? So that's no big deal. So I went with that. I should be getting those on Tuesday, according to Amazon. And good to go. Everything's back to working order again. I am so exhausted. Of course, it doesn't help that, I'm ready for sleep, and I don't want to sleep. So I'm going to go for another tour. I'm not going far. I'm just going to go down to Dollarama. And I still got half a coffee left here, so I think I'll stop at McDonald's again, grab myself another coffee. So I just gotta pull the cover over that, strap the batteries down, tuck the wires in, and put my tools away, and I'm ready to go. I don't know what all I need for that. I don't know what those little switchy thingies look like on the inside, so I don't know, but I got to put all my tools away anyways. So everything's away. And then come back and see if I can put one on. I just don't want to buy another one. I know I've got one. That drives me nuts. I know I have something, I can't find it, and I go buy another one, and then I find the one I was looking for originally. I don't remember if I brought it out here to use on anything or not. I know I've never used it. I've never used it. I don't think. No, I don't think I've ever used it. I don't remember what I bought it for. I kind of think I bought it for this specifically when I had it on the Monster. I don't remember. Because this was wired permanent. I didn't have this on a switch on the Monster. So, I don't know. I don't know. So, I'm going to clean up and head down to the dollar store and get myself a switch. So that's what I was looking for. Unfortunately, the dollar store doesn't have them anymore. So I had to go to Home Hardware and pay, 3 times as much for it. But that's okay. I know I've got it. Now that I bought this, I'll find it. I got it now, so I'm going to attempt to put it on. I'm not even sure how these things connect. Obviously, I'm going to need a screwdriver. I'll take a look, and I will get back to you. So I was commenting before about all the airplanes flying over. Yeah, while I was out this time, I saw why, because the gliders are out today. So the airplanes are towing them up into the air and then releasing them and letting them float back down. So that's why there's so many airplanes. Okay, so now that I've got this apart, I can see there's little spikes sticking out. So, when this is together, you can see there the wire, it just kind of pierces the wire. I can get this back apart with one hand. so I don't have to do anything. I just gotta stick the wire through it and figure out. I guess that will be the best one. So all I have to do, I guess, cut the wire and stick it through one on each side, and that should be good. Be should. So I am going to see, I'm going to check something here. Yeah, you can see that. Okay, I will record this. Okay, so the camera is currently off. I hope this wire is thick enough. Alright, so this goes which side? So it will go on this side. Hopefully everything stays in place till I get it back together. Stay there. No. Try this again. On the inside part. Okay. Yeah, man, get in there. This is meant for thicker wire, but hopefully this will work. Alright, it is gripped in there. On the right side, yep. Squished together. Just gonna take a quick look here. Okay, put it on. And we have power. And we don't have power. Okay. Yay. Now, the tricky part. Stick this tiny little nut back in there without losing it. Got it. Tighten it up. Okay. Listen for the camera to come on. And it did. And it's off. Okay. I now have an on and off switch for my camera's power supply. That was pretty easy. Nice to have something finally. Something simple finally. Even though it took me a while to get the part that I needed. Alright, my back is killing me. It's now 10 after 3. I need sleep. I got stuff I gotta do once I'm inside, but if I fall asleep while I'm in there, then it's no big deal. It don't matter anymore. Okay, so I never got to this, which is what I wanted to do today. But I'll try again tomorrow. So camera power supply was a priority, so I got that done. I'm happy. All good to go.